Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video we have a lot to talk about. So first, the Washington football team is placing wide receiver Curtis Samuel on IR. So I'll talk about that and how quickly do I think he will be back, and also how I think it'll affect the offense. Also, the injury report for week 1 has come out, so we'll talk about if Austin Eckler and some other players will play, and talk about if there are any other players on the injury report for the Washington football team. And we will talk about the Dallas Cowboys offensive lineman being suspended for 5 games. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also hit that like button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start off with the bad news first. So the Washington football team is placing wide receiver Curtis Samuel on IR. And, it's bad news, but it's expected. We all knew very likely after, he tweaked his groin in practice that he was going to miss week 1. And if you're missing week 1 and playing on Thursday, it also likely means he would not play week 2. So basically, already out for 2 games, you probably are better off just putting him on IR, shutting him down. Like I said, that's what I said yesterday. They should shut him down for a few weeks and bring him back in week 4. Give him 3 weeks of, rest, or at least, 2.5 weeks of rest before, you start ramping him back up. And, Rivera says he's very comfortable that this is a short-term issue for Samuel. When, asked about surgery, Rivera barks back, don't even bring that up. Don't even start something that's not there. So I'm not really taking anything from what Rivera says, him saying that, or at least on this topic, because he said that he's very comfortable that this is a short-term issue. Well, he said it was a non-issue a month and a half ago, and here we are, a couple days before the season starts, and he will not be playing for the first few weeks. He said, it would be likely that, he's going to be playing in the preseason. That didn't happen. I don't think it's a non-issue, and I think that there's a solid chance it's more than 3 weeks. We'll see. Really can't tell because they haven't given it an official diagnosis. So I do hope, it's only a 3-week issue, but, we just don't know. And I didn't say it earlier, but being on IR, this year they kept the same IR rules from last year, which I love. You can, if you get placed on IR, you have to be on IR for 3 weeks, so you have to miss 3 games, and then you can come back. I love that because before you could only come back after 6 weeks, I believe, or maybe it was 7 or more, and also you had a limit of how many players you could take off of IR. This year you can put, you can get, off of IR after 3 weeks, and also you can take off as many players from IR as you want. So I like these rules, and same thing with the practice squad. And they have 1 roster spot available now because Curtis Samuel is being placed on IR. I don't think they'll go ahead and sign someone, at least until after the game. And, likely they will just promote someone to the active roster. So maybe they promote someone like Jared Norris or Jordan K. Maybe they promote AGG. I'm not sure. They got 6 receivers on the roster right now. And DeAndre Carter, he counts as a receiver, but I think he's just more of a returner, both kick return and punt return. I don't think he's going to add much to the offense. So maybe they want to bring in another receiver or just bring in another tackle. They've got a bunch of options. We'll see what they do there. And, our receivers, I've talked about this yesterday. De'Ami Brown, Cam Sims, Adam Humphries, Dax Milne, and DeAndre Carter, if they play, they will have to step up. Our receiving core, even without Curtis Samuel, is definitely a decent amount better than last year, where we had Terry and then Cam Sims as our second option with, Robert Foster, Jeff Badette, Dontrell Inman. I mean, we have upgrades here. Adam Humphries, we got DeAndre Carter in here, who, I don't think he's going to add much, but, he could add a little bit to the offense. Cam Sims is going to be better this year. And you have the, Dyami Brown, who I already think, right away will add a little bit, but he has that upside where he could be a really good player. And I talked about this in my video yesterday, but, we obviously want Curtis Samuel to be playing on Sunday, and we wish he was healthy, but having him out for a couple weeks might be a blessing in disguise. If, Dyami Brown gets some more reps and starts balling out, that could really be a blessing in disguise if he ends up being really good for us. So I'm excited to see what Dyami Brown can do in an increased role in the first game. We'll see, though. He's going to have to step up, and the rest of the receivers will have to step up as well. So Austin Eckler, the injury news on him, he's officially listed as questionable for the game, but they're optimistic that he will play. Brandon Staley, their head coach, told reporters he's optimistic that Eckler will play Sunday. So we will see about that. That's a huge, piece to their offense. I mean, he is arguably their best offensive player or skill player, not counting Justin Herbert because he's a quarterback. Him and Keenan Allen are crucial to their team. But Austin Eckler not only is a great runner, but is a good pass catcher as well. So if he's out, that's a huge blow to them. But I would say like a 70% chance that he plays on Sunday. It'll probably end up being maybe a game time decision, or maybe the day before he has to test it out, see how he's doing, and then he'll play, but was limited today and missed Wednesday and Thursday, so trending in the right direction. So my guess would be that he does play. And then let's go to this tweet from John Kahn. He says, with Samuel, he's the only player on the injury report for them. Hard to recall them being healthier entering a season in a while. Still have good talent. Oh, you guys can read the rest right here. And yes, it sucks that Curtis Samuel is out, but every single player on the Washington football team besides Curtis Samuel is healthy. They are not on the injury report at all, not even listed, which is very, very rare. So that is good news. Hopefully Curtis Samuel can be back week 4 against the Falcons, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. And the Chargers, besides Austin Eckler, Trey Marshall is out for the game. He's a DB. Not sure how good he is, but maybe that's a blow to them. And then Brian Bulaga is dealing with a groin injury. He should be good to go. And same thing with their fullback. So both teams, relatively healthy. Both teams missing, or Washington's missing a key piece to their offense, and Austin Eckler, if he's out, that's a huge, huge blow to them. But I do think he will end up playing. So real quick, let's talk about, the Cowboys. Their offensive lineman, Lyle Collins, was suspended for missing a drug test. He just, failed to show up, which is 5 games. He's suspended until week 6, which is just a huge, huge blow to them. Zach Martin's out right now. He should be good to go for week 2, but Lyle Collins, he's a good tackle in this league. Last year without him, they really struggled. Obviously, they had Tyron Smith out for a while and Zach Martin as well, but that's a big, big blow to them. Unfortunate for them, but this is typical with the Cowboys. It just always happens. So we'll see how this progresses. And they played pretty well last night. Thank Tom Brady that the Bucs ended up winning that game, pulled it out, because those turnovers just killed the Bucs. Chris Godwin with a fumble, Leonard Fournette dropping the pass right into the Cowboys' lap, and the Cowboys should have lost by a lot more, but I'll give them credit. They were solid yesterday, and the Bucs also dropped a couple interceptions. So that is it for today's video. Tomorrow I will be live streaming, previewing the game. I cannot wait. And Sunday, it is game day. Might have a pregame stream for you guys there. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and hit that like button, turn on those notifications, and peace, guys.